y'all to another season of A Parley in the A.
Yeah.
I am your host, Andre Akeem. I know I have been away for a couple years now, but honestly, I'm so happy to be back in the fold. I have a lot that I've been thinking on, getting ready to create. And honestly, I just want to let everybody know that I'm going to be very vulnerable this season. I'm going to be very transparent as possible. I'm not even that transparent with my friends, but I'm going to try.
All right. We're learning stuff today, ain't we?
yes. And it's going to be a very queer-based podcast. So get ready for that too. If you're not on board for that, you can exit now, but get ready. It's going to be a lot of shit. But it's also, I think it's also enough for everybody. I have a lot in store, a lot of conversations to have. So I'm excited. Speaking of being transparent with friends, I have one of my best friends, my twin, with me today. The great MayDay.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Hello.
Thank you for being here. Grammy Award-winning instrumentalist,
hello.
Right?
Let's go.
Alternative R&B artist.
Get it together.
All the things. Reality TV star. So
we've upgraded a couple things since last time. Yeah, I feel like we have
a lot to share, and we're gonna get into it.
Oh, I want to mention that I'm the first one again. I'm episode
for the new season.
Episode 1 again. Yeah.
I'm happy I was supposed to mention that in the doc, but yes, I'm happy you caught that because literally when I was doing when I was writing up the script for this season for this episode, I was like. Came on the first season last year. I was like looking for a template. Yeah. And I was like, he was literally my first guest for last season. Yeah. So
I'm like, every time I swear, every time somebody's doing a pilot or something, I'm always the first guest. Okay. It's just I'm good.
Maybe you the pilot luck.
Maybe you
gonna keep it strong.
We try to run and get this thing going.
Okay. But this season, to lighten things up, I want to start off with like an icebreaker, with like a game or something, just to like break the nerves, break the tension a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so I have a game in store for us today. Since I have a musician on our hands, I want to get your musical knowledge on the latest releases for the summer.
Oh Lord have mercy! You want me to do new stuff? So I don't be knowing who these new people are.
That is true. That's why I'm like, I gotta make sure I can have some information to break it down. But there's a couple familiar names in here. This game is hit or miss. All right, we're gonna start with Kalani Folded. Is that record a hit or miss for you?
I like everything Kalani does. No, for real.
It's gonna be a long game.
Why?
Because you're gonna play politics.
I'm just saying I like everything Kalani does.
So you like this record?
I think it's good.
It's a hit. It's a hit. All right, we got one hit.
Yeah.
All right. How about my girl, Mariah the Scientist, Burning Blue, charting record, mind you.
I did hear it at the bar. It's a hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I was rocking to it even though I was like, who is this? At first, I'm not gonna lie. But no, I heard it out and it's good. I think it sounds better out in the club. Like when you
few of these new singles
they sound better out.
It's like I have to hear it out.
Like when you hear a DJ play it, it's a different than if I'm listening to it at the house.
I hear you. I completely.
So I'll say hit.
A hit?
I'm surprised.
Yes. We can still be friends.
I know 2 of these songs. I'm so happy for me.
You gonna know this one?
Okay.
It's another Mariah to Carey. Yeah. Mariah Carey.
Oh, okay.
Type Dangerous. How we feeling about her first single on the new album?
And let me explain something to y'all. It's a hit. Y'all, let me look at every angle. Hit. Okay. It's a hit.
Let's dive into this hit. Mm-hmm. So is it a hit for you? Just because of the content, or is it the vocals? I think
it's a hit because it's a nod to hip hop Mariah. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop Mariah when she was with Busta, when she was like doing a lot of the collab stuff. Like that's the hit. Like everything is not gonna be full on singing a vocal master class. Like it's not always about that. Okay. It's about the song and creating it from beginning to end. And it's a nod to herself. Like, it's like almost a tribute to who she was as an artist.
What about Cardi B outside? Let's get into a little bit of hip-hop, a little rap.
All right, Cardi. I love you, Cardi. This song ain't it for me.
Have you listened to it outside?
I have listened to it outside. I listened to it inside. I mean, first of all, I don't like the controversy behind it as an independent artist with the situation that's going on with people saying it was stolen, And I listened to its comparative track, and it sounds exactly like it. So I'm not saying she did it. I don't know if it's her team. Sometimes people, if you copyright your music as an independent artist, you don't have to worry about this. So that way, people can't do this to you. But at the same token, as a big artist, you can always create something new. You don't have to take.
Wait, I never heard this tea.
Yeah,
I never heard.
See,
so what? She sampled somebody's music without.
I don't remember the artist.
Right.
We're gonna go back and look at it.
Charlotte, North Carolina rap artist RZA Rain claims Cardi B stole her song.
You're not going to be able to tell me that even if it wasn't Cardi herself, somebody on that team heard the song. We outside now, she ain't trying to listen. Yes, it is a common saying. Yes, say outside. I'm not discrediting that. Outside. But the coincidence for you to say outside and the beat sound the same, somebody heard it and was like, we outside now, she ain't trying to listen. I could see where they was trying to go with this. Let's take it here. Outside. You know what I'm saying? And if that's what you want to do, cool, but reach out and be like, hey, listen, do da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying?
All platforms, it somewhat protects you. Somewhat.
Okay.
When you listen on YouTube, it does not. So these artists have to do it, and you'll have to register it through.
That's smart.
Through BMI or ASCAP. For the people who are out there, BMI or ASCAP, copyright your music. That way, if this does happen, you get a check. Because if it was, you can go see.
You're somehow protected.
You can see if it's copywritten or not. If it's not copywritten, you can't do anything. It's nothing. You automatically, when you create a song, it's automatically copywritten. But if you want to make money off of it and you want to sue for money, it has to be registered.
Okay.
That's how it goes.
That's good knowledge. Thanks for dropping these gems.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Okay. We're going to go with Drake. What did I miss? You hear this? Is it hit or miss for you?
Yes. All the new stuff is just not doing it for me.
Honestly, I like the album he did with Party Next Door, Some Sexy Songs for You. That is the Drake bag I miss. Get back into the songs get us out here dancing. Get us, talk about girls, songs for the girls, emotional songs, what have you. But get us back into having fun. The Instagram catch.
I just think we need to miss Drake a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like we need some time to.
I just want him to stop that part too. I want him to take a break, but also let the beef go.
Yeah,
let the beef go.
I don't have time.
You've been running the game 10. You took one loss.
You had 9 of your songs that were on your album were 1 through 10 on the Billboard tracks, except for one song. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does that. That's iconic. So who are you arguing with?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you really are still.
And maybe we're making the beef bigger than it is. Like maybe he is trying his best to just kind of. I mean, mind you, they did make a track or whatever that didn't really go nowhere. But I just feel like right now we need some time to kind of do the Beyonce thing.
Yeah.
Disappear. You are a top pop star, one of the top pop stars in the world. You chart every single time. You have 14 number ones, right? More than Michael Jackson. The same amount as Rihanna.
That's true.
I believe that right. It's either 13 or 14. It's either you're tied with Michael Jackson or you have one more.
He said he was close to beating him.
I believe he has more than that. I could be wrong. I believe that, but either way, you know what I'm saying? You're 5 records behind the biggest solo artist of all time, which is Mariah Carey. But you could very well do that. Mm-hmm. You could very well because your stuff charts. Yeah. But not this way.
I think his biggest issue on this was like he felt like people who were allegedly his friends are now siding with. Oh, they were,
That's
they
fine.
were siding with Kendrick.
Tweet about it. Don't
not like us, but not like us. When that was a phenomenon. Like everybody was singing that.
Exactly.
We were rocking that at my family reunion. Like it transcended.
You were on the wrong end of it. I'm sorry, and that's just what happened.
You were on the wrong end of it. I don't think it was that person.
If it was your
record.
song, you would have been good.
Yeah.
Like you just happened to be on the wrong end, and the response or the response prior to that is not. You know what I'm saying? He talked about some personal stuff, and whether it's true or not, it's out there. So it's just pop culture is pop culture, and this is what the people do. So we just gonna have to go through. Yeah, miss for me.
Miss for you. Let's get into some albums now.
This is the word I'm gonna struggle. I can already tell you that now. So.
You listen to Swag today? This morning? Last night?
No, I did not listen to Swag. I don't like. I'm not here for the album cover. You look crazy. You look like.
He's standing on business.
You look getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
Like a convict, like you're standing in the courtyard.
Okay, I'm gonna give a little bit of grace to Justin Bieber. I really feel like he's going through some things.
Okay, so don't make music then.
True. I mean, but I think maybe this could be a form of therapy for him. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, but don't take pictures like you've been through what you haven't been through.
Well, they say.
Don't
look like what you're going through.
You're not going through that. Like, you literally look like you're in jail, and you're not that person.
Yeah.
You didn't live that life. You have been rich since you were 11 years old. Stop.
That's valid. That's valid. All I heard.
I don't have time for people to be acting like they're just such a thug. Like that.
That's true. Like don't.
That's not your life.
And then we got Sexy Red on the album and Drewski saying.
See, I'm okay with white people doing hip hop and R&B. That doesn't, because we had Justin Timberlake, but he was not standing there like he was a convict. Okay.
That's fair.
So no.
I gave it one ran through. The only thing I kind of remember from this album was Drewski telling Justin Bieber he has a black soul. He might be a white boy, but he got a black soul.
It's not funny. Like,
that's what I'm like. Maybe there's a disconnect. My age, I'm getting up there, but I'm like,
it's just foolishness because it's like it's like I'm okay with white people in R&B. There's been white people
exactly,
in R&B for
but
years.
don't push we ain't gotta do all that.
You
ain't black.
You had
now.
Bobby Caldwell. You had John B. who sang R&B music, but they did not act like black people. It's okay. R&B is not exclusive to anybody. Hip hop is not exclusive to anybody. But you don't have to. When you turn it off, you can go to your lily white life.
Let's talk about a black artist,
okay.
R&B artist.
I would love to.
Giveon.
Okay.
He dropped. Giveon dropped "Beloved."
Okay.
And I listened to it a couple times through this past couple of days, or past day, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was good. I like my boy because he gives baritone baddies a good name.
Baritone baddies.
It's songs I can actually sing respectfully in my range. But no, I like Giveon. He also gives like a classical style too.
Yeah, and he has a very unique voice, and it's not like it's produced. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah,
that's how he sings.
Sultry.
Yeah, it's very rich, very heavy, very much layers. I have not heard the new album yet because it just came out. Give me time to listen to it, but I will say it's his artistry. He can do no wrong.
Well, you heard like Rather Be was a single. Yeah,
I heard that. I mean, but I'm saying like I haven't done an album listen to. That's why I say I know I struggle. Because
my bad. So was one.
Okay.
Was Swag a hit or miss?
Miss.
A miss. Mm-hmm. All right. It's Beloved. We haven't listened to it. I haven't listened
to it yet, but I won't say a miss because I know I'm gonna like everything he does. You know what I'm saying? Giveon can do no wrong for me. Okay. As a singer, as a person in music, right up my alley. He gives you good mid-tempo songs. Puts people in their feelings. A lot of people break up to his music. People make up to his music. You know what I'm saying? All the time.
I am kind of done with the trope of
sad stuff.
Not even sad stuff, but he has a theme of trying to get over his ex or his exes or whatever have you.
That may be his whole life.
But I want more growth from him. Like,
I mean, okay, sometimes it's good to not, because like for me, for instance, I don't sing songs a lot. There's only a few songs in my catalog that's about my personal experiences, just because there's so many stories out there to tell. So I will say, I mean, I do have a breakup. I have some breakup music, and I do like sadder stuff more than I like happy like music. But sometimes people are just stuck in that, and it works for that because I'm not sure how his vocals would be on a club mix or like what I'm saying, like something.
That's valid.
So I think that might be that's his. Production team were telling him, this is working, let's just stick to it, Okay. I do think that he could, if he did expand more, he would pop off bigger, because he started off really big, and he became one of the not underground R&B artists, but he became one of the background artists.
Okay. So have you developed as an artist? Let's get into that a little bit. So we have new music coming out.
We have new music coming out. Not only do we have new music coming out, but the sound is different. I have developed an artist. I have developed faster than I can release and drop. Because it's like as an artist, you fall in and out of love with so many different eras of like what you do, and even developing as a vocalist, developing as an artist itself. It's like I'm sitting on this, but it doesn't fit me anymore. Okay. So then I create something new, and then I'm like, so everything is solidified. It's almost done. I'm sure by the time people see this, things will be out.
You know
what I'm saying? But yes, I have some collaborations with rappers, which is new for me.
Okay, you gonna share with that?
We're gonna share it. Okay, all right. I will give a little insight because I said hopefully this stuff is
I'm
out.
hoping to actually get a record I can play at the end of this.
That's true. Okay, so we're gonna drop a record, right? My newest single will drop by the time this drops. By the time everybody sees it, my newest single is with a rapper named St. Doug. One of my good friends. We have been talking about collaborating for years, and we finally got a record done. It's finished. It's complete.
Wait, you said St. Doug?
St. Doug.
St. Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even heard this one. I thought we were gonna get into a couple others I've heard.
You did hear it. You just didn't know that that's his artist name. So.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah.
So birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So my new single.
My
new single is called Birthday. It's very. I'm not gonna say it's different for me because it's always been there. I haven't released a catalog, so people don't know that that's part of my artistry is to sing, but it's a very good sound. I think I know y'all gonna like it because it's gonna pop.
Let's play it now. Actually, like in this moment.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it.
We'll listen to it right now. Okay, so this is my new track, Birthday. MayDay Muse, St. Doug. Check it out. All platforms. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Birthday love and it feels so right. Wrapped in your arms, holding me tight. Every moment spent with you is a gift that feels brand new. Birthday love and it feels so right. Wrapped in your arms, holding me tight. Every moment spent with you is a gift that feels brand new. Tuesday was your birthday. Came through cause I ain't got plans. I kinda want you in the worst way. So celebrate with your number one fan. Tuesday is your birthday. I put it down like ooh we damn. Don't care about sounding cliche. I'm coming through like a verified stand. I came because I wanted more. To do all the things we did before. You saying that you couldn't wait. So I'm bringing all the chicks out, celebrate your birthday. Ain't got no candle or no flame, but you got that cake, I'm going insane. We got the night mapped out, so I'm setting all reminders when to blow your back out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and before we descend, start it over again. And on the weekend, thinking we can.
Okay. Honestly, when you first shared it with me, I like it, the dynamic. Like y'all chemistry on this is great to me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I also think like his vocals, I like it. I'm just saying like your content in general is very spicy.
I know. Yeah,
I was like,
isn't that good?
Don't let your mama hear this one.
Nah, she's not gonna. And it's crazy because this song is the album opener. So when I have to go to the listening party with my family, I'm gonna have to give them a disclaimer. But yes, no, I wanted to talk some shit. I wanted to talk about this because it's like it ain't nothing that anybody ain't thought about.
No, that's we grown.
Like,
you grown. My listeners are grown.
Hello. So I'm saying so I wanted to talk some shit on this.
And you married.
And I'm married. Hello.
Keep it alive. You gotta keep the marriage alive.
Let's go. Can you check?
I'm married now. I say I'm married now.
So my point is, I'm gonna talk some. And this is what I wanted to do, and I wanted it to be swag. I wanted it to be swagged out. I wanted it to have some style. I didn't want it to be a vocal masterclass. I wanted it to be a song. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted people to be able to rock to it and not feel like, oh, my friends are listening to it for me and sing. I want you to hear it and be like, oh, okay, this is just like this is a song that anybody else sings. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to impress. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm trying to make music and create and fit the vibe of the song. Like it just did. So I'm gonna give you some little this and that here and there, but I really wanted to talk So that was really what the goal was.
Okay, goal accomplished.
Okay.
I hope I can play it on my birthday one day.
Hello, you play it on your birthday. Use it. Look, if I see little kids running around, I know why.
But so like going into that, like what was the goal of this overall album?
The goal of the overall album is to tell a story, and I'll just tell you here since my because everything is pretty much done. It's solidified. Yeah. My album was called Art and Attitude. Every track was created by me, produced by me, and it just there's different stories. Some of them are kind of connected in a way. Some of the stories are connected in a way, but a lot of people kind of figure out where. A lot of the songs have sister songs, meaning if they were played back to back, they'd be in order, but they don't necessarily follow that order in the album. Okay. If it was a record, there would be an art side and an attitude side.
Okay, so you got like an A-B.
Kind of, in a way. So like the first half of the album is the art side. Okay. And the second half of the album is the attitude side.
So you play on the art side, you play more with the instrumentals?
More of the, play around with more of the experimental sounds, you know. Okay, yeah. Even though Birthday does sound like it's a lot of attitude in it, it's the album opener, so but it's a very experimental track with the bass line that rocks, with these video game synths that are in the background, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen as a musician, you can understand exactly what I'm doing. Then it brings back around. There's a lot of running themes in this song, and a lot of background vocals, really rich, like things that I did in the background that are really musical, and then I just was very monotone in the forefront to kind of give a dynamic between the songs as if they were like yin and yang almost. Okay. So that's where there's a lot that goes into this album. And some of this stuff may go over some people's heads, but that's how I create. So.
No, I love your artistry, and like you're an instrumentalist. You're a Grammy Award instrumentalist, so I love that you give yourself that freedom to explore that and experiment with that. Yeah. And I feel like any true musician and artist is gonna gravitate to that and they're gonna respect it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. And also something to stay tuned for. Hopefully we can get into this a little bit. Okay. I've seen you out and about, and I've even gotten some invites to some of y'all events. Okay. With special people, special groups of people. Word on the street is you're back into the reality world.
Is that the word on the street? It may be the word on the street. Little birdie told me. We're filming. Yes, we are filming.
On the way up?
We're on the way up Atlanta. Okay. Yes, I am back for my third season. Season 4 of the show. Not exactly sure what the timeline of that is because this is a situation where I do not have the control. I'm here being featured and I am proud to be back. I was very proud of the work I did in the past. And even though the direction is different, I'm just very happy to be showcased, featured, and allowed that avenue.
I want to have an actual segment now. Like, I want to call it reality.
Okay, reality.
But okay. I've heard like the dynamic of the show could be potentially different. That's why I kind of had a hiatus for 2 years.
Yeah, this is a very different dynamic, I will say. So, like it or hate it, like it is what it is.
It seems very, what I'm understanding, and kind of like I said, like the events and stuff I've been invited to, very business minded, professional minded. Like you guys are like, you're not just going into the realm as artists.
And I think so. This is not. I know because this was what was pitched to me when I auditioned for season 1. Okay, this is what the initial, direction of the show was supposed to be, and it turns to. I mean, we blame the producer a little bit because he was part of season 1 and 2, and he used to pop off. He act like he don't pop off, but he do pop off. But at the end of the day, he has such a vision for a different way, and I think once he's decided to step away from the camera, he can kind of focus on that vision. And it's just people are crazy. And people also don't be working, and it's just...
You were supposed to work with one of your cast members this season. Like, I got another invite. I've been to the BU festival prior years, and I was excited for the return because I love spaces where people in the queer community...
Yeah, and we've done it 3 times, and I have been part of it every single time.
You can showcase your talents. Yeah. I love to hear new queer gay artists. So... But now it's been canceled.
It's
So
been
that's what I'm
canceled.
confused about. Do you want to speak on
I'll
that
talk about it a little bit. And I don't want to make it such a big deal just because it's like I just feel like a lot of the times too it's queer to vulgar and this, like, even though I got songs like that, but I think that we have to really bring this into time and place for certain content. We have to reel this into, just because I'm a queer artist don't mean that's all I can do. Like, if you're an artist, a musical artist, and you can't perform in any venue, whether it be if I can't call, like, I'm not calling Cardi B to come to my kindergarten class. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just my thing is
and perform wild.
Correct.
I
So
mean, little kids might know it.
they definitely know it, but at the same point, you're not trying to initiate that. But my thing is, I feel like what we lack in this community is being able to be everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I should be able to be an artist and do everything. Like, that's how you get queer music out there. Like, I can be a queer artist and not necessarily my focus is singing queer music. Mm-hmm. Like, it's something beautiful about just being a queer artist and putting out things that are just true to you know, whatever your spirit is and whatever your artistry is. It's not always about the vulgarity, and I feel like sometimes we just struggle there. Like,
okay.
And that to me, what this event was, it was at a place that was just not gonna work, and I was very big on like helping book the place and stuff. And sometimes I'm like, we're having conversations about, hey, you're gonna have to kind of censor a little bit of this content. People get really offended about that, and I'm like, I shouldn't have to, because this is a queer thing. But why is that? Why does that link with cussing and sexual? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can perform a whole set and not say a cuss word. Or I can go to the club and do, like, it's just have variety. You know, like, you need more than just that, and that was why this is not gonna work.
All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show.
Meat and potatoes.
The Parley Topic. Mm-hmm. All right. Also, I'm gonna put a description of what parlay means.
What the hell does that mean? I don't even
a lot of people don't know,
yeah.
And I thought, people just knew definitions of words, but
I mean, that's just not a common word that people hear all the time.
But it's basically two opposing sides coming together in a conference or discussion and trying to come to some agreement about a subject.
Oh, people be using that wrong as hell. Because yeah.
So now y'all know.
Now you know.
But the parlay topic of the episode is: should you ask a guy his sexual position on a first date, or essentially, should you ask a guy if he's a top or a bottom on a first date,
or a side? Because that's the thing.
Or a side.
Yeah. Don't.
Hey, I'm here for my side community.
Sides.
All here for my side community.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a different topic, though.
But I'm just saying that's a sexual position, right? It's not. You know what I'm saying?
So continue on with the topic.
Okay. Sorry.
I just feel like some people in our community holds a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
I think for some people they feel like you just get it out of the way. And you know what I mean? It saves you a lot of time, a lot of heartbreak apparently.
Okay.
But some people feel like it's kind of like a jarring question, and it's very forward, and you can get the wrong impression when you ask somebody this.
Well, because it's an assumption that we're having sex.
Exactly.
So it's like, I mean, mind you, for our community, that's usually the assumption.
We won't go there.
We can.
I'm just saying that's usually the assumption initially. So personally, okay, we want my real answer.
Yes, when you're in the dating scene, is that a question?
Many moons ago.
You broke out before even asking somebody their name.
Of course, no, not before I asked their name. I did know their name first, because the thing about it for me, well, you threw that in there last minute. So for me, I'm gonna ask that question initially. Yes, I need to know that
initially.
I mean, not like before I know their name, but I do want to know that, like, on the first, with the thing that we talk about, because you're gonna talk about multiple topics. It's not like something that you do. And the thing is, I'm not like a have sex girly on the first date. Like, I'm just not that. Yeah. So it's just not.
That is how you are.
I am very much so. I gotta get to know you. The thing is, we're not gonna act like that's not a stigma that you're not gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We're not gonna act as if that is not an important question, because it's like, okay, great. If we're gonna move forward, but we have no sexual chemistry, or we will never have sexual chemistry, you know what I'm saying, then that's gonna be different. Because if somebody gonna come to me saying, yeah, I'm a side, like, all right, you can side your song. Like I don't.
We're not gonna shame our soccer
We're not
community.
shaming.
That's not what we're gonna do on this pod.
We're not shaming sides, but that's not my preference.
I hear you.
So.
I hear you. Let me ask you this: are you strictly one position or the other? Like strictly one position?
No, I'm not strictly one position.
Okay.
But I am preferred one position.
Okay, I hear you. So I did a little research, and according to an article on Vice, they pulled some stats from the app Scruff, and it basically said like people on the app, they identified 21% identify as being bottoms, 19% identified as being tops, and then the large majority or the biggest group of people they identify as being verse, 35%. Whether not sure which type of verse exactly, but some type of being a verse.
Well, they create, to be perfectly honest, if I am a person, right, not saying I had an experience back in the years, but I'm a person who enjoys both at some point or the other, regardless of which one is preferred or heavier percentage-wise, your verse. So our community puts all the other little subsectors on stuff, you know what I'm saying, in general, but if there's a person who was like, I am not taking it or receiving it at all, like ever, and for any reasons, those are people who are tops. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's a whole lot of those people.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you can say all this stuff that you want to, and this is where the stigma comes. Like, we've had these conversations in multiple podcasts before. This is where the stigma comes. I've even said this about you. Like, people in our community, especially when it comes to people who bottom, you know what I'm saying, they automatically associate that with femininity and weakness.
Okay, let's slow it down.
No, I'm not going to slow it down. Because I'm going to tell you why. This is why people are not being true to what they actually do. You know what I'm saying? It's because the bottom community is associated with femininity and submission.
And let's talk about it, because I don't think femininity and masculinity always equates to your sexual position.
It doesn't. It never does.
You know, shout out to the femme tops in the world, and shout out to the mass box. Let me tell you, taking it better than a lot of you other girls. But no, like since I've been dating these past couple years back on the dating scene, just because someone carries their selves a certain way does not mean
especially
they're a
in this
sexual
city,
position.
In the A, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially in this city, there's so many constructs of like there's so many different types of people. Like, the construct is that the idea is this and this, but you slowly discover that it's very much so not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody always says in the dynamics and stuff, even like with myself, oh, I just assume this. Well, that's your damn problem for assuming. You know what I'm saying? So I think the conversation that we talked about is having that conversation initially is not a problem. Why? Because it breaks up all that stupid assumption that you all like to do. Like, it breaks it up. Now you don't got to worry about that from day one. If you get mad because I asked that question, you're like, you assume I'm going to have sex. No, I just need to know. It's not like you've never had sex before. Unless you're the only people who should get mad at are virgins.
I just think, in my opinion, I think we do ourselves a disservice asking that question so soon. I really think you can miss out on a lot of great potential partners that might have every other box checked in someone you're looking for, because you're so concentrated on, well, their preferred sexual position probably 60 to 80% of the time is this.
Okay, so can I give you just a little bit of a thing?
As a married
man, I'm gonna tell you. To me, I'm not gonna say what you're saying is BS, right? What I'm gonna say is that idea of that is BS. Why? Because the people who constantly are chronic daters are
not chronic daters.
I'm not talking about you.
Chronic is crazy.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm saying chronic daters are the people who build this idea of, oh, well, you shouldn't have done that, or this. A real relationship is built off of a compromise from both ends.
Yes,
and
exactly.
When you walk around saying, there's a lot of things that I never thought in the whole world that I would do.
You would compromise on.
Not even necessarily compromise, to even do just to continue my relationship or be part of my relationship or even start my relationship. Like so therefore there's things that's like, oh, well, I don't think you should ask that question because it's gonna mess up things. So somebody walks around and you ask that question initially and they're like, oh, I'm so turned up, I can never be with you. Well, that's your shifty personality, because that's a real thing. Even though it may, what I will say, it does give the initial that you're assuming that we're having sex, But I feel like a perspective shift is in order for a relationship to be successful. So even though that may offend you initially, you know what I'm saying, you have to understand that I can still get to know this person.
I don't think, because honestly, a lot of times when people have asked me that question, it's followed up with, okay, nudes. Send me some nudes.
Okay, well,
like
they're not the right
but
person.
I'm saying, like, it's follow up with, like, a lot of times this person is a sexual type of, over sexualized type of person where they're trying to get those needs fulfilled.
But a lot of people who are asking for nudes and stuff all the time are pretty much desensitized just sexually.
So that's what I'm.
They're not even. I
don't know. Personally, I just really think there's someone I'm talking to currently, and that has not even come up in the slightest. And it's just like, I really just think that I'm focused on getting to know you on your mental level, your emotional level, your spiritual level. I want to get to know all those things first, because at my big age, there are more
big
things.
Age is crazy, but okay.
At my grown age, you know, I'm 30. I'm a 30-something.
30-something. We all 30.
But I have other things that are more a priority in my life. Where are your goals at? Like, what type of goal? Are our goals aligned? Are our life trajectory on the same path?
Why does one question cancel out the other question?
Because I just feel like that's such a low-brow question for somebody who's out here. They're chronic daters. And they're going to continue to repeat the same cycle.
All I'm saying is it may be a low-profile question or whatever. Like, I feel like, but it's not. You ask that question, you can still do all the things of learning how you want this person. You can still ask all the gold questions. You can still do that. It doesn't change how you get to know the person. I
think it does, and it's obvious. I don't know if you've been on any social media platform lately. It does change how people perceive you in this community.
Social media,
because we have a perception. Unfortunately, Matt, we have a perception. If you're masked and you carry yourself a certain way, you're going to be a top. And so if someone tells you you're a top, you have all these perceptions of what this person is. And this person might be super, like, in tune with their femininity. Mm-hmm. They might be more of a creative, expressive person. And then you probably wasted your time because you had these assumptions, and vice versa.
But what about wasting your time and then getting to that question and you have no chemistry there?
Because I think we are all gay men. Mm-hmm. We're gay. Okay. We're fluid with our sexuality to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. We have to be.
Yes, but
and so I'm saying, I think there are levels where people are willing to compromise for the right person. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this personally. Every time is another man's body.
But everybody's not gonna.
And I know this personally.
All I'm gonna say this.
I know the most masculine guys in the world.
Everybody's not gonna play that game.
I would have not expected this at all. And then,
but everybody's not gonna play that game.
They sending me pics in lingerie and all the things. Bending over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
But that's the game I'm talking about. So if right, these people who are acting like they're one thing and then another thing, if they had a conversation initially, then we wouldn't have to worry about it.
But I think, here's the thing, I don't think necessarily they're pretending to be something else. I just don't think one person is fit to one certain mold. I think it's maybe 80-90% of the time they do enjoy topping. They do enjoy topping with a certain type of partner.
See, this is what I'm talking about, bottom shaming. Why you gonna say 89% of the time they do enjoy?
Is there something you want to get off your
All I'm saying is why,
Mr. Bottom Advocate.
All I'm saying is, why did we keep talking about tops? We talked about tops.
I'm using them as an example.
Okay.
My experience. From my experience is all I can speak on. If you want to speak from another experience,
I don't want to speak from nobody's experience. I want to give all inclusion.
But I just want us to all be real, you know what I mean?
I agree with you. All I'm going to say is, we've had these conversations, and we'll talk about it now. We have had these conversations about bottom shaming, okay, in the past.
I have said some words.
You have said some things before. We're not going to go into those things.
I don't think it's bottom shaming. It's just speaking my truth. And I'm happy for the correction. So correct me. Mm-hmm. From this conversation, how have I bottom shamed?
You have been very representative, top heavy as far as your conversation when you're supposed to be
top heavy. Is the conversation. It's the title of the podcast.
It is. This is good. But what I'm saying is, you're supposed to be an unbiased host.
You're right.
Representing the entire community.
Okay.
I talked about sides, and I ain't never even heard. I don't even talked to a side before.
Okay.
I don't even know what the hell that is. Really, that's something new. But all I'm saying is as a person who's bottom preferred, we've had these conversations.
You prefer bottoming.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a person who's had this conversation, but who everybody thinks when they look at me that he's the top, you know what I'm saying?
Because you have a lot of masculine qualities and attributes about yourself.
That's the variety of dynamic character. Like as my personality and stuff, I like sports. I like manly things. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I prefer in the bedroom is different and doesn't always coincide.
That's what I want to have a conversation about.
Correct.
It's not necessary. I think people really need to sit down with themselves and ask themselves what they want.
It's just something.
Do they want this certain sexual feeling, or do they want a person that carries masculine qualities and they can have compatibility?
I'm gonna give you two things. One, they don't know what they want.
They don't. Yeah.
They have no idea what they want, and also they think they want what they don't want. And this is we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna bring this back around. This is what comes to how marriage works and how compromise works. Mm-hmm. You think you want what you don't want until you get something and you realize how much you're willing to do for it. Mm. So and not even necessarily in sexual preferences, because that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm just talking about in general in our community. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even realize how divisive we are. There's light skin versus dark skin. There's bottoms versus tops. There's tall versus short. There's thick versus not thick. There's no fats, no femmes. There's no skinny. Like, it's just all these little things that we have created an entire race out of our community. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And this was why I think it's okay to, and maybe that's not a preferred thing, but it's okay to have these conversations initially, because there's so many different stigmas of I'm a person who's light skinned, I don't like this, or I'm a person who's a bottom and I don't like this, or I'm a person who's feminine, I don't like this. There's so many different stigmas that you do have to have these conversations initially when you're trying. But
I think the stigmas are what is holding us back. Like, I think statistically, I even saw that over 60% of gay men are single.
Okay, and you know why? It's because these stigmas are going to exist regardless, and people have
that's what I'm saying.
I want
us to
real
get
about
to a
it.
Point where we just get to know each other face to face, and like start there.
It will never.
Let me know what sports you like, or what do you like to do for fun. God, these are the questions.
Fantasy Island, and I love Fantasy Island.
Love Island.
I know Fantasy Island.
If they put us on Love Island, we would blow that whole up.
All I'm gonna tell you,
the stigmas are crazy,
Andre,
and unrealistic as gay fluid.
Be a hopeless romantic and hope all this stuff will change, or you can be realistic and have these conversations. We had this conversation on the first day. Okay, we talked about it the first time we talked, because guess why? I'm not gonna act like something that doesn't exist because I hope it will change. That's not how that works.
I don't know. For me, I hear you, and I will say to your credit, mm-hmm. I was in a long-term relationship, and we never talked about that. It's just naturally we knew what we kind of synced up with, and as I grew older, as I got older and more experience on my journey, mm-hmm. went along my journey, I want to experience more things. And then that's when we had the discussion where this person was like, no, I'm strict this way. It is not changing.
Boom.
And so I wouldn't say that was the end-all, be-all to that relationship, but it added an extra strain onto what we were already going through. And so I hear you on that. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't have changed it. Because
of the experience that you went through.
The experience I had with this person, the memories I've had with this person, I wouldn't have changed it. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like when you're in the thick of a relationship, mm-hmm. you're compromising on so many different things. Mm-hmm. And so I just think, like, this is one thing that, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not a big deal.
To me, what's a big of a deal?
Asking doesn't make it a big deal. Asking a question doesn't make it a big deal. I can say all this, like, we can talk about this. Like, do you have
I don't know.
Did you grow up in a two-parent household?
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of things, but
our faith, our family values, those are big deals. How we handle money, those are questions we need to be asking questions in our community.
But my point is
not how many times you want to bend over.
But conversation was about the first date, though. So my thing is, if you come to me on my first date, like, so what's your bank account situation?
But you're going on a date. You're going on a date to do what?
What you mean?
What do you
get to know this
do?
person?
Get to know a person
Correct.
to do what? Get in a relationship?
I don't know that.
Fine.
I can't tell you on day one. I don't know that.
You're literally married. You didn't date to get married?
Yes, I did.
I'm dating to marry.
I was saying.
I'm letting y'all know. I date to marry.
But if day one I told him I'm only here to figure out my future husband, that to me is gonna run somebody off.
No, it's cringe, but I have. Huh? No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that to anyone.
He has a question for you. Let me just.
Has that worked?
Yeah, has that worked for you?
Not yet, apparently. Obviously not.
But
I know, like, just with even my home, like, I knew, like, when I'm working a job, how much I'm putting back. I'm working this job. I'm working this extra job to buy my home. I just think that way with, like, I think goal oriented.
Yeah.
And so for me in a relationship, I'm not necessarily looking. I'm looking for things that are they're gonna be the biggest things in my life with a partner, like where they're gonna matter the most.
But that approach is very.
And I just feel like sex is one of them. It's one of them, but it's not top priority.
All I'm gonna say is that approach to me is very like.
But that's based on me having a long-term relationship. No, I know it's not the biggest thing,
but it's just like it's very like interview style. Like it's not I feel like if my first date is to say, okay, I'm going to check out the potential marital qualities of this person on day one, I think that's too much. We
don't have a compromise on this?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You think off day one, you need to know if they're top or bottom?
Yes.
Don't follow this. Well, y'all married. So maybe I have.
Not saying you should do, but I
have a date coming up.
My
maybe I'll see how that
personality
works.
is different. I just feel like if you're not gonna ask the question of top and bottom, at least don't ask what your bank account look like on day one. Okay, so if we can agree on that,
I would rather you do that.
Well, you might.
But I will say, I think just really vibe. In my opinion, really vibe and just don't think too much into it initially. Mm-hmm. I also think we have intuition. Mm-hmm. We can kind of just discern, and
it makes a difference.
Someone's sexual position to a certain degree.
If you meet online, if you meet in person, it just all that stuff makes a difference.
But no, I really appreciate you coming on this podcast. You opening it back up for me.
Back up, baby.
We've been pushing each other creatively, so I'm happy to see all this coming to fruition.
Just so y'all know.
Best friends.
Yeah, we got to make sure we let people know because just because we're in creative sectors or artists or whatever, you need real, genuine relationships to move forward, and especially in our community, it's very important. In any community, let's not even say it's our community. You need people who are going to push you forward. So a platform for me is always appreciative, you know what I'm saying? Because you know the real me and you know the artist me. Not saying my artist me is not the real me, but you know all that. So I gratefully appreciate being here.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's cute. You playing that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
It's just off the cuff.
Emotional.
Let's go.
I appreciate that, honestly. Okay. Yeah. Well, y'all, I am Andre Akeem. Mm-hmm. Thank you again for MayDay Muse hopping on the pod with me. Okay. I have a lot of great things in store. Stick around, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. Please get active in the comments. If there's something you agree with and want to give a little praise to,
chime in.
If there's something you disagree with, keep it appropriate. Keep it, we're not trying to cause beef and controversy. I literally want to have these conversations so we can move our culture forward in our community. So thank you again, Parley and the A. Thank you for parlaying with us.